Big update that we've had that I'm going to let you in on, especially if you follow the channel. You know, we just built this shop not too long ago. Then Hurricane Ida put a stop to our progress. But look, we have walls all the way around. And I'm very excited about that. So we're getting ready to get the organization up and going because I desperately need it. I did just buy John Malecki's miter saw station plan, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. But right now, I am just trying to get some things out the way. I got some projects coming up that I can't really spend a lot of money on material right now or time. I don't really have time. So I sabotaged this janky shelf out of my last shop, which was a shipping container. It's been sitting in there collecting dust and actually bird nest. It had a bird nest in it. So we're going to vacuum this bad boy out. We're going to sand it. And then I have an idea for what I want to do to put some doors on it, because I don't really like the open shelf concept too much. Because I've been getting dust on a lot of stuff that's sitting out in the open, so I don't really want an open shelf. I want a closed, but I want to put it in this corner right here. I have to stain my walls. But I want to put it in this corner right here so I don't really have space to open a door because of these tool holders. So I'm going to try and attempt at a sliding door. And I'm going to actually use some Okume. O-K-U-M-E. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but that's how I've been pronouncing it. So I'm going to stick with it. Now what you see here is a piece of junk. This is just a piece of plywood shelf that I had some scraps left over from another project, and I needed a shelf in my last shop, so I just threw this together with what I had. I got Craig holes that make no sense because these holes were not holding it to the wall. I got a big hole right here, pretty janky. It's just a janky shelf, and I kind of want to get out of the habit of just throwing stuff together, which makes no sense for what I'm doing right now because I'm literally using what I threw together to throw something together. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a face frame around the side of this. My two uprights are going to go top and bottom because I'm using what wood I have, and I don't have a piece of wood long enough and wide enough to do what I want to do, unless I have the two uprights going up and down to account for that length that I need to make up for. So we're going to have a face frame going around the outer perimeter. I'm going to come out about 1.5 inches, and I'm going to run some dados to make 2 sliding doors, and one, I'm thinking about mounting a door in the middle that's going to be solid to hold saw blades, and the other 2 doors will have something on them as well. I don't really know yet. We're doing what's called winging it, and I am pretty good at that, so we're going to do that. Okume. O-K-U-M-E. I think it's pronounced Okume. I've been saying Okume because it sounds pretty cool. So we're using Okume to do our face frame for the shelf, obviously. All right, so I am going to take my two long runners and do two 1/4 inch dados. I think I'm going to set them back about 1/4 inch off of each side. So we're going to set our dado stack to be just a smidgen above 1/4 inch. A smidgen is equal to 1/16 of 1 inch. To, you know, let the door slide freely. So 1/4 inch dados, not a 1/2 inch like I said earlier. I did misspeak. 1/4 inch, and we're going to see where it goes. Like I said, no plan. We're winging it the entire way through. This is the third time I filmed this shot. This microphone is super sensitive. I don't know if it's politically correct or what's going on, but if my beard brushes it, it just goes bananas. Sliding door, it's not that complicated. Make your runners, give you a good overlap. Tack this bad boy up using the pocket holes, boy. We're going to use pocket holes because I'm doing quick, simple, easy, stupid. Let's get it done. Let's get it up. Let's get it organized. And let's get to work doing the stuff that makes me money, not worrying about making it too pretty. I am going to cover the pocket holes because I do want nice stuff in the shop, like I said. But, you know, I was thinking about it. The pocket holes, the Craig jig, that's what got me started in woodworking. And it does have its place now for stuff like this that I just want to get it done. Pocket holes last. I actually built a whole playground using pocket holes. I'm not bragging about that, but it held my body weight plus some other adults on top of it. It's a strong joint. So I'm going to use pocket holes to attach this simple little face frame that's going to account for less than 2 pounds of weight resistance to hold my sliding doors. If you don't like it, find somebody else that'll do hand cut joinery to attach a face frame to a cabinet. All right, so our doors are going to be 24 inches long. 22 inches will be halfway, so I'm going to go 24 inches on each side by 24 and crap. I know it's not 24. 24 inches long by 21.5 inches tall. I do have a 1/4 inch dado depth. So we're going to add a 1/2 inch to that. We're looking at 21 inches inside face to inside face. Add that 1/2 inch. We're looking at 21.5 inches tall. So 24 by 21.5. I'm going to write that down so I don't mess up this cut because I do not feel like going to the big box store to get more plywood. I want to get this done and I want to go to bed. Hopefully. Not bad at all. I like it. Oh. I like it. I cannot tell you how excited I am about that because I hate seeing all of those paints and stains underneath my work table taking up space that I could be using to put something more useful down there. I don't use stain a lot. I don't use paint a lot, but it's down there taking up real accessible space that I could be putting whatever tools that I'm using or some other material that I need regularly. I could put it down there rather than this crap. It looks so disorganized and is really just in the way collecting dust. So I got stains, wax, oil, stuff like that, stripper, stuff like that on the other side. This collection grows and shrinks as we go. But I like that I have it out of sight, out of mind, out of the way, so I don't have to look at it anymore. Because I want to free up this space that's underneath the work table that you're sitting on top of. Speaking of taking up space on the work table, you are on top of the work table and you need to get out of the way. Because I don't even use you on every project. I appreciate you, but you're in the way. Shoo.